What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new video here on the channel. Today is another prediction video. Today we're talking UFC 286, Edwards versus Usman 2, not 2, 3, you idiot. It feels like number 2 because the rematch, well, the second fight was so soon, and the first fight was like, what? 2015, 2016? So it feels like it's fight number 2 between these two. It might as well be fight number 2 considering how far in the past that first fight was, but the first fight adds to the storyline. So it's fight number 3, let's be honest. Today we're gonna go through the whole pay-per-view of UFC 286 going down in London, England this Saturday night, and I'm going to give you my picks and predictions for each and every fight on the pay-per-view. We're gonna break it down top to bottom and give you the picks. So if you're a betting man, you know who to trust right here. Let's get straight into these predictions. So the first fight we're gonna talk about today is Marvin Vettori versus, I can't say this guy's name for the life of me, Roman Dolidze? Is that how you say it? Dolidze? We're gonna go with it, but my picks and predictions for this one, I mean, we all know what Marvin Vettori's capable of. I mean, he's strong, he's got power in both hands, he can grapple, he can strike, he's got kicks. Marvin Vettori has definitely got it all. He's definitely not like the A+ tier of middleweights with Adesanya, Pereira, but he's definitely, like, if you're making a top 5 list of middleweights, Marvin Vettori would be on there in my opinion. And he's fighting a tough up-and-coming dude in Roman Dolidze. I think that's how you say his name. I mean, from what I've seen, he's kind of got similar aspects to his game. I mean, I think he's very strong. He can kick well. He can punch well. He can grapple well. So it's gonna be a good little fight, this one. In my opinion, it's gonna be back and forth. Each fighter's gonna have their own moments and their own blows. But I'm gonna go with my gut on this one. I'm gonna say Marvin Vettori gets it done. I don't think he'll stop him by any means. I'm gonna go with a decision. I think both fighters are tough and ready to bang, stand and bang, tough as nails. But yeah, I think Marvin Vettori gets the win in this one. I can't really see him losing this fight if I'm being 100% honest. Next fight on the list is Jennifer Maia versus Casey O'Neill. Casey O'Neill coming into this fight undefeated. I've got a very good eye on that. She seems to be another one of those good fighters she's kind of good everywhere. I think I heard something saying grappling was her biggest asset. I haven't watched much footage, to be totally honest with you. I don't have a lot of time to watch footage, but from what I hear about Casey O'Neill, she seems to be really good. Seems to be pretty good consistently. On the feet, on the ground. So yeah, I like what I'm hearing about Casey O'Neill. I mean, Jennifer Maia, she's been in the top 10 at flyweight pretty well ever since the division's been inducted. Because, I mean, she's fought Shevchenko not too long ago. Jennifer Maia's been around the game, and you can tell her biggest asset is the grappling. And I think this is going to be like a good match on the ground. But if I'm gonna go with my gut again on this one, I mean, I don't have a whole crap load of bases to go off of here, but I'm going to pick Casey O'Neill, and I'm gonna say probably another decision on this one. I think it'll probably just be one of them grinded out kind of fights. Not the most entertaining, not the most boring either. So yeah, should be a good consistent fight. Look forward to watching. Next fight we're gonna talk about is Gunnar Nelson versus Bryan Barberena. The most I know about Bryan Barberena is what he showed in his fight. Was it against Robbie Lawler? I know it was on the July card last year with Adesanya, Cannonier, Volkanovski, Holloway 3. I can't remember who he fought. I think it was Robbie Lawler. Because it was Robbie Lawler, because we all hated seeing him getting knocked out. It was Robbie Lawler. But, you know, Bryan Barberena, he can take a punch, he can give a punch. That's his best asset, especially from what I've seen in that fight. He can take a punch, he's got good long range, he can step in, use those shoulders when he punches, and really knock people out on the feet with that kind of talent. But against Gunnar Nelson, his takedown defense is really going to be put to the test, because we all know what Gunnar Nelson's going to want to do. He's going to want to get you down to the ground, grind you out, and submit you, really. So in this fight, it's really it's a striker versus grappler, stylistically speaking. So it's all a matter of, can you get him to the floor, or can you keep him up? That's the way for both fighters. I think how this fight's going to go, I think Gunnar's going to get him down in the first round, especially. Second round, Gunnar's going to get him down, but Brian's going to be able to get up to his feet quicker and try to keep it on the feet a bit more for that fight. And in the fifth and final round, I can see Brian finishing him with some strikes. So that's what I'm going to go with. I'm going to go Brian Barberena with a third round TKO in the O2 Arena. And yeah, co-main event time. Here's where things get spicy. Co-main event, Justin Gaethje versus Rafael Fiziev. Oh, I love this fight. Chances are this is going to be a stand-up fight for the ages. I feel like both guys are power strikers, and they can both knock each other out, and they're both known for punching, volume, and all of the above. So this fight is just so good on paper, at least. I feel like, personally, I think Rafael Fiziev is the better technical striker, but when it comes to pure knockout power and violence, I would definitely give the edge towards Justin Gaethje in this one. This fight is definitely going to go back and forth. I mean, if there isn't blood shared in this one, I don't even know what I would do. I just can't see this fight not being a banger. The only way it's not a banger is Fiziev's piecing up Gaethje for like the first 5 minutes, and then Gaethje resorts to the wrestling just so he can grind out a win. But who knows, like, Rafael Fiziev might have one of the greatest takedown defenses in UFC history too. So who knows, right? Like, this fight's so interesting and compelling, not just from the stand-up aspect. It's like, what happens if someone resorts to the wrestling too? Because both guys are very capable grapplers too, so I'd love to see how this fight would end up if it were to go to the ground. But me personally, I've been very back and forth on this the whole week. I want Justin Gaethje to win, but I'm gonna go with Rafael Fiziev. I just think that technical brawler kind of style that he's got is gonna prevail. Like, I feel like they're both pretty equal in most assets, but I just think technique-wise and skill-wise, Rafael Fiziev is the better fighter, and that's what I give him the edge on in this fight. Is like pure technique and skill is where I give Rafael Fiziev the edge. Do I think he'll knock Justin Gaethje out? No. Nobody knocks Justin Gaethje out. It's pretty rare, at least. He could TKO him, but I don't see him like flatlining Justin Gaethje by any means. I think it's a banger that goes all the way to the third round, and the ref just has to step in so these guys don't lose any more brain cells than they already have lost. Justin Gaethje especially. Love you, Justin. Not gonna lie, but I gotta pick Fiziev. Sorry, dude. And now time for the main event, the rubber match in Leon's backyard. Kamaru Usman, the former welterweight champ, the former pound-for-pound #1, versus Leon Rocky Edwards. Oh my god, that Rocky name is so fitting after what happened in Utah in August. I love me some Leon Edwards, I can't lie. I've been really high on him since like 2018, 2019. I thought he's had amazing potential, and he showed it in that fight in Salt Lake City. I mean, he was probably down 3 rounds to 1 going into that 5th and final round. That his coaches gave him such an amazing motivational speech and got him into that fight. And 1 minute left, bow, the head kick comes in. The pound for pound #1 is dead on the canvas. Oh, it's a crazy story. But I mean, you gotta look at this fight from both perspectives though. Leon's gonna want to keep this on the feet, avoid the grappling as much as possible. Usman is going to want to get a hold of him, grind him out, and make him just as tired as he was in Utah. But here's the thing. The thing that compels me about this fight is, this fight's not at a high altitude. In Salt Lake City, there's a high altitude, right? London's not a high altitude. Well, at least I don't think it is. But Usman's used to training in that high altitude in Denver, Colorado with Trevor Whitman, Justin Gaethje, Rose Namajunas, all those guys. Leon is used to training in Birmingham. It's England, right? It's just like the normal temperature, ground level, everything. So it's like, it's a good fight for both guys, you know. I do think the striking definitely favors Leon if he's not tired. But the thing is, if Leon gets gassed, I think Usman is gonna tear him to shreds, because it's like that cardio of Usman's is on another level. But that all being said, you also got to remember, Leon has hometown advantage. That English crowd is going to be screaming his name from the top of their lungs. Here's the thing, right? I think if you're thinking logistically, you don't really have a reason to pick against Usman. He won the first fight. He was winning the second fight until he got knocked out with a shot that he didn't see coming. But I think with the fight not being at high altitude, with Leon knowing what an up-to-date Usman is like, and in a hometown crowd at that, I think it's going to give him the edge in this fight. And I'm going to pick Leon Rocky Edwards to win by a decision in this fight. Yep, I said it. Leon Edwards is going to win this fight. Don't ask me why I'm predicting that. That's just what my gut's telling me. Trust me, my head is telling me Usman right now. My brain, my mind is telling me Usman. But I'm sticking with my gut. I've done it this whole video. My gut says pick Leon Rocky Edwards. Leon Edwards will win at the O2 Arena on UFC 286 this Saturday night in London. And there you have it. That is my predictions for UFC 286. Edwards versus Usman 3 this Saturday night at the O2 Arena in London, England. Make sure that's your parlay for tonight. Or for Saturday. It's Vettori, O'Neal, Barberena, Fiziev, Edwards. That's your parlay. If you want to become a billionaire, that's your parlay right there. So, anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. As always, if you love the UFC content, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. I love bringing you guys predictions for the fights every single weekend, or every single pay-per-view at least. If you enjoy and you want to see more of it, let me know in the comments down below. Give me some video ideas. I'd love to bring you guys more UFC, more combat content. There's a lot of big fights coming up soon. Excuse me. Especially in the boxing world, you got Tank and Garcia, Usyk and Fury. If that happens, you got Lomachenko, Haney. You got the Joshua fight coming up. So there's a lot of big fights in the boxing world. So I'm definitely going to get to those as soon as they come around. But until next time, guys, take care.